4 important persons you must have in your life. 4 important persons you must have in your life. Nimile ewia titiri kome ni ahia nga owala. Kekelekele no nema tomo. Efekwe me achele ke influencers. People of influence. Ofia boneji o ohia neke yelu omana no kake melu mo wala. Ne jama che eji nomro nwa. Ikamo pe MP di le jio. Kono di le jio. Assemblyman di le jio. Businessman kone nge skajio. No kono le kanomro no nomro gbon. Luamo ne ona kake nge owala. Nomro enyo ne no mahia nge owala. Ata meke destiny connectors. Connectors. Nokode ele nokone nokule noko. Nokode manye machano enyo akati. It was Barnabas who took Paul to the council for them to know him. He introduced him there. Eventually, Paul became greater in terms of works, exploit than Barnabas. What would have been the story of Paul if Barnabas didn't introduce him? It was Barnabas that connected him. So yes, you may be gifted, you may be talented, you may have the skills of life, but sometimes you will need someone to connect you to the right environment, to connect you to the right opportunities. You will need someone to connect you to that. You will need someone who has idea and knowledge about those things to connect you to the right persons. No wonder in our community you will see a lot of young people talented in football with all kinds of skills, yet nowhere to express. They have become local champions and some of them die as such. What a tragedy of our talent. Connectors. You will need them. Some may be rich, some may be poor, but you will surely need them. You will need a Barnabas in your life. You will need a Mordecai in your life. The third person I want to talk to you about are skillful people. Skillful. Skillful people. People that have skills. Life skills. They know how to use their hands and their intellect to do things. Very smart people, very skillful. I am here as a preacher, a pastor of this church. But I will need people with skills on how to play this keyboard, operate these cameras, operate these projectors, operate these sound microphones, to be able to preach the gospel to a crowd. Imagine me thinking that I know it all, I have it all. How will I be able to do this? I need skillful people around me. In 1 Samuel chapter 16 and verse 18, King Saul sent a message to Jesse that I have seen one of your boys called David, and this young boy is very skillful in playing a musical instrument. Allow me to keep him in my house in the presidential palace so that he'll be playing for me and also be entertaining my guests. David had other siblings, but none of them got appointment to be a personal, skillful person to Saul, the king at the time. His skills took him there. David's skill took him there. Now the king, in all his majesty, in all his power, and everything that he had, needed a skillful person around him. Why? Because the Bible mentions that from time to time, a depressive spirit, a demonic spirit will come and torment the king Saul. And when that happens, David will come and play his musical instrument. And whilst he's playing that, the spirit will check away from Saul and it becomes okay. So look at the king, powerful, rich, head of everything. Yet he needed a skillful young boy to help him. Exodus 31 from verse 1 to 5. Exodus 31 from verse 1 to 5. He said, and the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, see, I have called by name Bezaleel, the son of Uri, the son of Hur, in the tribe of Judah. Next, I have filled him with the Spirit of God, in wisdom and understanding, and in knowledge, and in all manner of workmanship. Some other translations would say in all manner of skills, to devise cunning works, and to work in gold, in silver, and in brass, and in cutting of stones to set them, and in carving of timber, to work in all manner of workmanship, all manner of skills. I have blessed him with skills. You will need people of skills around you. You are rich, but you cannot be the plumber in your house. You cannot be the electrician in your house. You cannot be the carpenter in your house. You are rich, but you cannot be the tiler in your house. You are rich, but you cannot be the one who will fix the CCTV cameras in your house. You need skillful people around you. Skillful people. They may not be rich, but their skills are necessary things that you will need in your life. Skillful people. People who are gifted in IT. People who are artisans. Christmas, for example. Tailors will disappoint their clients. But you have a particular dressmaker or fashion designer that you know you can trust. You can call any day and they will service you. You have an appointment to keep. You have a particular clothing you want to use for your appearance. And you know that when you call them, they will deliver. They will give you a good job. A skillful person. I'm communicating to someone today. Because no matter how powerful or wealthy or rich you are, you cannot do everything. You will need people of skills around you. You will need them. Please look for some immediately. And then the last one, the fourth point. The fourth person you will need in your life are what I call burden bearers. Burden bearers. A burden bearer may not be rich. A burden bearer may not be influential. A burden bearer may not be a connector, but he will surely share the load with you. Will surely share the weight of the challenge you are going through with you. A burden bearer could just be a trusted friend you can lean on. Somebody you can lay your shoulders on. Somebody you know that you can go to at any time and they'll be ready to listen to you. They'll be ready to share your trouble with you. That they will not criticize you, they will not condemn you, even in times of making a mistake by yourself. I call this person a go-to person. Somebody you can go and vent. You can vent with. They say, I vibe with him. We gel. Even though we fight, but we still come together. Is a burden bearer. I may not be able to carry this stage monitor, but the burden bearer will quickly take it for me. We want to carry my bag. We want to carry something to support me. This person may not give me millions of cedis or dollars, but he will carry my load with me. Second reading. Mary got pregnant in a very weird way, inexplainable way. An established standard is that a woman must sleep with a man and receive the man's sperm in order for her to be pregnant. Or scientifically, they will take a man's sperm, take a woman's ovary, and use it to fertilize it in a machine, and later transplant it into the woman. At least there is a meeting of something from a man and a woman, what they call artificial insemination. In Mary's case, she did not do artificial insemination. She did not sleep with any man, yet she got pregnant. This story of Christmas that we are seated here to celebrate, and we are happy, we will live here and cook the best of meals and eat and wear the best of dresses. I tell you, my brothers and sisters, for Mary, it was not a merry Christmas. It was not a happy time, because she could not explain what was happening to her mom, to her dad, not to her relatives around. If she had siblings, nobody was accepting her. We will not accept this thing in this family. All of us marry properly before we get pregnant. We don't know your husband, and you are telling us you are pregnant. Who is the man you are telling us is a spirit? Which spirit are you talking about? So eventually, Mary had to pack her things and leave home. And go where? Because she was carrying God. Yet, within her circles, there was a Bedingbearer called Elizabeth. Some theologians say she is her cousin. Others say she is a relative. Whichever way, whether it's a cousin or a relative, Mary has been able to develop a relationship with this woman who was older than her to be her Bedingbearer. So she ran from home and went to Elizabeth to hide her shame, to hide her condemnation, to hide her tears, to hide her worries. Every one of us will need an Elizabeth in our life. If life has not tripped you yet, get ready. Something can happen to you that is so shameful. Something can happen to you that will be too much for you to carry. And in times like that, who will you run to? We live in a world where people are waiting to hear your weakness, to hear your bad news, so that they will amplify it to use it to disgrace you. So sharing issues with people now has become a difficult thing. Many now find it difficult or afraid to share their secret stuff with people. But I want to encourage you today, become an Elizabeth. Become a Bedingbearer, a trusted friend, a trusted brother, a trusted sister. I am telling you, this person will not be able to give you money. But they will tell you, my sister, come. Let's pray together. Come. Let's find a way around this. I am with you in this issue. I am with you. Sometimes they may even cry with you when you come crying. And they will shed their tears together with you. And after that, they will tell you, don't worry. I know somebody that can help us. They will tell you, don't worry, stay here. Mary, for 3 months of her pregnancy, and even for the time until her delivery time, she has to be hiding from everyone. Crying at night. Even though, God, I don't understand this. But it is because I believe you. Let me bear this shame. And Elizabeth is saying, I've opened my doors. Mary, come. I'm with you in these challenging times. A Bedingbearer, you will need one. If you haven't entered into a situation yet that you don't have anyone to talk to, you will not understand what I'm saying now. It will sound above your head. But in a day when you wake up in the morning and something is happening to you, or you go to the hospital and you have been diagnosed with a very shameful disease, or the doctors give you a pronouncement of an ailment that there is no cure, then you understand what I'm telling you. When somebody sends you a message and says that this is an evidence of something you have done, and you know you have done it. And he's saying that you should bring money, otherwise they will publish it in the papers. And you know when that thing hits the social media, you are in serious trouble. It may even cause you to kill yourself. Who do you run to? I have evidence of something bad you have done. I'm talking to somebody this morning. You have a secret tear that you are shedding. You have something in your privacy. You want to talk to someone, but you are also afraid. I need to tell someone about this thing, but I'm also afraid. Who is that burden bearer that you know you can share this matter with them? With the shame and with all the teasing and with all the malignment, the criticism, Mary packed her bag. Let me go to Elizabeth. And as destiny will have it, the Bible said when she came to Elizabeth, Elizabeth was also 6 months pregnant with another destiny child. So when they met, the Bible said the babies in their womb kicked, and there was an immediate connection. I don't know her, she's not my relative, but I feel the connection that we are able to help each other. We are more than sisters, even though we are not blood related, something like that. He said in the whole family, she is the only person I can talk to. In the whole family, he is the only person I can talk to. In the whole church, he's the only person I believe I can trust. A burden bearer. And some of us here, we have made ourselves like public address systems. And what we are waiting is for somebody to come and express their weakness and their troubles for us, only for us to be using status to be talking about it. Mobile phone status, social media status. They'll be saying it indirectly, but they are still talking about what you told them. Be an Elizabeth, a burden bearer. I said a burden bearer may not have money, but they will help you carry the load. They will help, they will assist you. They will take something for you. They will cook for you. It is your responsibility, but they will help you with it. A burden bearer. If you are not careful, you may not even know the importance of them in your life until they leave. Then you will know that even though this person is not giving any money, they have been able to solve a particular problem in my life. Burden bearers. May God give us the heart that will bear the burden of someone. That will become trusted people. That men will say, I needed help. I was not getting. But this person showed up. This person opened up to me. Everybody was rejecting me, but this person accepted me. Everybody was seeing my fault. Nobody wanted to understand me from my point of view. But this person saw. And I wasn't totally. Sometimes people will believe what is on the outside and conclude that you are wrong. But you know that the story is not full like that. But you cannot also tell the details. You can't tell the details. Sometimes you may not know how it happened, so you can't also explain to anyone. But the burden bearer says, I know. I know. Maybe I have been there before, or I have not been there yet, but I have seen it before. I have heard it. Maybe I know. I have seen it. I have experienced it before. So he says that I am here for you. My brother, I am here for you. My sister, I am here for you. Look, if you are going to live for more than 40 years or 30 years or even 10 years from now, get ready for the unexpected of life. For the unpredictables of life. And in set times, you will need a burden bearer. If you are going to advance and be a great man, a great woman, you will need burden bearers around you. I need to pray for this church. I need to pray for revival. I need to pray for this church to grow and do things for this church to grow. When I see these young men who I call team members, that I share prayer topics with them and they will spend hours praying. Sometimes I'm going out there to do a big crusade that will be on TV live, and I put them on a 7 days fast whilst I'm also with them and they'll be praying. They are burden bearers for me, because the burden I have for Kroboland, the burden I have for the Christian body, the burden I have for ministry is so huge. And sometimes you will see me smile, but behind the smile there's a tear. Behind the smile there's a stress. There's a stress. And who do I share with? You can't alone in this life. Leave this room today that you are going to spend time to pray. Look into your circles, the people that you know, which of them fall into each of these categories, and see how to build a very strong and solid relationship with them. My brothers and sisters, I am very serious about what I am telling you. You will need it if you want to rise higher in life. You will need it. You will need it. Influencers, connectors, skillful people, burden bearers. You will need it. If not today, tomorrow. If not this year, next year. For the next remaining days of your life on this earth, I am telling you, you will need these people. You may not have all four in your life at a given time, but please work at it. You may have just one or two. Work at getting the rest. And you will be amazed how your life will rise very fast. I keep telling you here, and I will say it to end this sermon, that every one of us in this life needs help. Because it is the help you receive that accelerates your exploits in life. Many of you have it as quote for me on your phones. That it is the help you receive as a human being that accelerates your exploits in life. So if you are helpless, you will always be stranded and frustrated. And this help is always from human beings. It's always coming through human beings. The blessing of God generally comes from God, but through human beings to human beings. The blessing comes through human beings to human beings. Think about it. Human beings are doors. Human beings are doors that can open other doors to you. May God help us. I said, may God help us.